Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell. You must have had a really good reason.
Welcome back for some more Lost. Quick recap, last episode, Mike and Walt got closer after Polar Bear almost killed Walt, and they got a great flashback story to accompany their relationship since Walt's birth. Claire returned from the woods with amnesia, and Charlie killed Ethan after he repeatedly threatened the survivors. Even though they had him subdued, according to Charlie, they weren't going to get anything out of him, so why not just kill him? And he was just feeling some type of way about Claire, and then we got a flashback from him, and we saw how that tied into the present, but that's where we're at right now. So let's get into this. Before we begin, I do want to remind you that you can vote on what I watch, see full-length reactions, and get early YouTube edits on my Patreon through the link in the description. If not, just make sure you subscribe or leave a thumbs up on this video if you do enjoy it. Really helps my channel reach a wider audience, and I greatly appreciate it. But now, it's time for the show. Let's go.
Previously on Lost.
How many drinks did you have at lunch, Dad? Are you lecturing me?
And just a quick heads up, when October ends, spooky season, and I'm done with the scary movies, Lost is coming twice a week. That's 4 episodes.
You're just a kid. Wake up. Get you out.
Please tell me this is Sawyer from the recap they just did.
I'm calling the police! Get out of here!
Oh, he was definitely gonna shoot that kid. That's why he walked in his room. Don't think it's a coincidence he had that type of nightmare, and then a boar awakes him and leads him out into the woods. Come on, the island's doing this to him. We gotta learn his real name. I can't keep calling him Sawyer.
Boy took your top.
What was he doing inside your tent?
It came at me, so I hit it and ran off.
Perhaps he wanted to go camping.
You enjoying yourself? After you ran into the French woman, you said you heard something in the jungle. Whispering. Why? Did you hear something?
Well, that's why he turned around and made that look.
This is really awkward. But if I don't say something now, things are liable to get downright embarrassing.
I saw Robert Patrick's name in the intro, but I thought he was going to be someone that they found on the island, not someone in a flashback.
Kill you if I ever saw you again. That's where I'm here. Make things right. Besides, we both know you ain't the killing type.
He's not the killing type. Have we ever actually seen him kill anyone on the show yet?
This guy Duckett was quite the hustler. Hooked the wife, took the husband for all the money. One of his marks took a gun, shot up his wife, and blew his own head off. All in front of their little boy. I paid Tony to pull his jacket. Frank Duckett used to be named Frank Sawyer.
Dude, my brain is like, I can't catch up with everything he just said.
Get all the guns back?
Except one.
I can get it back.
You made out with him, and he never even had what you said you could get.
Well, I only made out with him because torturing him didn't work.
Kissed him when he didn't even have what you wanted. Now he has something you do want. What are you willing to do, Kate?
Thought I'd see if you wanted to go for a walk.
Sorry. I have to do something.
Sure.
I thought Charlie would have been begging at the chance to spend any time with Claire after what happened to her and the way he was acting. Oh, people are going to start wondering what Locke and them are doing with all these boars running around.
Do you know anything about hunting boar?
Since when do you care?
I don't.
I've got some revenge to tend to.
Did he find Sawyer and not kill him?
You look a man in the eye and you point a gun at him, you find who you really are, mate. And should you find you're not a killer, there's no refund.
Won't be a problem.
He's not doing it to save a person's life. He's doing it because no refunds.
You all right?
Yo, Saeed, did you ever get that Gulf War syndrome?
PTSD. Look what I just wrote down. Charlie PTSD.
I'm tickled you've taken such an interest in my affairs. So don't take it personal when I tell you to go.
I want carte blanche. You can't track this boar without my help.
The two outsiders. Last time they went on an excursion, they found the guns.
Got any more of those?
I got a lot more everything, but you ain't got carte blanche yet.
I never wore pink.
The 80s. I've never been in love.
You've never been in love.
I ain't drinking, am I?
What you heard the man say?
I've never been married.
What?
but just wanted to spend some time with the only other person on this island, just don't belong. I never killed a man.
I figured she killed somebody. That's not a surprise to me. He did too?
Well, looks like we got something in common after all.
Wait a minute. When he was being brought into the police station, when Boone was talking to the detective, was he being arrested for the murder?
It'll come back around.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't catching no boys and we keep running into him. What's going on?
The thing's got it in for me.
It's a bore, Sawyer.
My sister Jeannie died when I was a boy. I fell off the monkey bars and broke her neck.
Damn.
After Jeannie's funeral, this golden retriever walks right into our house and looks right at my mother. My mother bursts into tears. Beautiful dog. No tags, no collar.
Is he saying the boar's his dad?
You're saying the dog was your sister?
My mother thought it was. Thought that Jeannie'd come back to tell her the accident wasn't her fault. Let her off the hook.
The human mind, what it's capable of making you believe when you're going through something, it's the most powerful weapon that's ever existed.
Ow.
Go with the hide.
Fellow American.
Fellow American. This is definitely the guy.
Name's Frank, by the way.
James.
James. Now I can stop calling him Sawyer.
Again.
Are you sure about that, mate?
Again.
I hate to hold my hand out, but I seem to have misplaced my wallet.
That sounds like Jack's dad.
What's your name, cowboy?
Sawyer.
To Sawyer. May he find whatever he's looking for at the bottom of a glass. I was a chief of surgery.
Was.
Yeah, I was.
So we're in hell, huh?
There's no way these are the only two that met up.
Don't beat yourself up about it. It's fate. Some people are just supposed to suffer. That's why the Red Sox will never win the damn series.
Oh yeah, because this is 2004, right? They break it that year.
He thinks I feel betrayed by him, but what I really feel is gratitude and pride.
He probably thinks this.
What he did for me, it took more courage than I have. There's a payphone over here. I could pick it up and I could call my son.
I was just in the middle of saying that. You could easily tell him this stuff.
One simple phone call and I could fix everything.
Why don't you?
Because I am weak. This business that you have, will it ease your suffering?
Yeah.
Then what are you doing here?
It ain't that simple.
Unless you want to end up like me. Of course it is.
From the lighting to the subject matter of the conversation to the people who were actually in the scene, that was a lot.
When I was in the army in Tikrit in Iraq, the man who lived next door was a policeman. One day his car was rigged with a bomb. It killed his wife and 2 young children instead.
Damn.
I volunteered to be on the firing squad. I found myself waking up at night, replaying what I did in my head. What happened with Ethan will be with you for the rest of your life.
Any suggestions?
You're not alone. Don't pretend to be.
Saeed's moving higher up on my likability list than Jack.
There, piggy, 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 piggy,
What's the
piggy,
matter with
piggy.
you? You're gonna hurt it.
We're right over here.
Not funny.
Piggy, piggy. Ow!
You're sick.
Could have brought that back with y'all and raised it and ate it.
Sawyer! I got a letter for you.
I did not think he actually shot this guy.
Dear Mr. Sawyer.
What the hell are you talking about? Tell Hibbs I want to pay.
How do you know Hibbs?
You don't know what you're doing, do you?
You borrowed money from Hibbs?
I was gonna pay. It'll come back around.
What? He used him just to settle one of his debts? That wasn't actually Sawyer? So he thinks this is the innocent guy that he killed? Or his dad that killed himself on his bed?
Let's get back to camp.
It's almost like his flashback where you had this image of this thing in your head and then when you got there, it wasn't at all what you thought it was.
Hey,
Want to take that walk now?
sure.
Alright, props to Charlie for realizing the only way to get through it is to be around other people. Saeed knows from experience.
Trying to be funny? Yeah. Yo, Sheriff.
What did she give you?
Nothing she wasn't willing to part with.
That's why the Sox will never win the series.
What's that?
No, he's not gonna.
Instead of taking responsibility for it, he just put it on fate. Said he was made that way.
Your daddy. He a doctor, too?
Was. Why do you want to know about my father?
No reason.
Dude, if I was James and all this was happening on the island, and then I had the realization I'm sitting here with the son of the dude I had a drink with before that pivotal moment, I'd have to sit down and just reflect on where I'm at, and maybe there's some otherworldly reason, supernatural reason why I'm here. Like, it's serendipitous. Jin, right? That's his name, Jin? I said in the last episode too that I wanted to see more of him.
내 딸과 결혼하려는 이유가 뭔가?
We're jumping straight into where Son's story left off, or where it began.
자네가 뭐 할 수 있지?
뭐든지 하겠습니다.
어떤 일도?
네,
꿈을 그렇게 쉽게 파는 사람에게.
제 꿈이니까요.
Good answer. Good answer.
정신이 나갔어?
Hey.
Mike, mind your business.
상관이 없는 일인데 왜 끼어들어?
You put your hands on her one more time.
끼어들지 마.
Hands off.
Yes, slap him. That's her husband. Oh, look at me. What's going on? I thought I understood what was going on, but now that I really look at what happened.
저 녀석하고 무슨 일이 있었어?
누구요?
마이클 말이야.
말도 안 되는 소리.
진짜?
아무 일도 없었어요.
And if we find out she does speak English, oh man.
오빠 마음에 들어. 넌 너무 좋겠다. 결혼도 하고.
제 와이프랑 단둘이서 할 얘기가 있는데요.
손님들 알지?
Something happened before they got there. That's why something happened.
우리 신혼여행 어떻게 할 거야?
나도 가고 싶지만 지금은 아버님께 좋은 모습을 보여야 돼.
내가 아빠 딸인데 우리 결혼식 가는 거.
And we know he ends up working and spending so much time at his job that almost breaks their marriage. What it looks like she was about to run away.
I'm sorry.
I stuck my nose where it didn't belong. It's on me.
You did.
I was protecting you from Jin. You don't know what he's capable of.
I said when the dude walks around on an island with a handcuff hanging off of him for over 10 episodes, that's a serious threat.
So listen, I know things got kind of nasty down there. I don't want to get involved in husband and wife stuff, but I figured, you might need to relax.
He doesn't understand you.
I tied this side down. Do you think this is gonna hold?
Do you have a past in the Navy you've neglected to tell me about?
By dating guys with sailboats? Maybe we should get some rope, spend a Saturday night alone together, and see what happens.
Saeed is killing it on this island right now.
That one building inspired me to start drawing and, designing things.
Why?
And you want to see it, right?
I guess. Can I go throw the ball to Vincent?
Gotta go throw the ball with the dog.
I only got room for 4 people.
Took the other one.
Feeling left out? Gonna use that cable to hold up the whole east wing of my new beach house.
How much longer are you gonna let him treat you this way?
Please.
Son,
He's my husband.
yeah, a husband you're afraid to tell you speak English.
That is pretty wild. You can't tell him you speak English?
What changed him? Hey, Charlie, what's going on?
The raft! It's on fire! Look!
Of course. What else could it be? Come on now.
No! Where is he?
You cannot assume Jin did it off of no proof.
I'm gonna break his damn neck!
We don't know that Jin did this.
Are you serious? Shut up!
Jack, come on, we saw him on the beach this morning.
That doesn't mean...
Who did, Jack?
Maybe some of the other people that are on the island, like Ethan, those are French women you found on the island. You cannot blame this person. Haven't y'all learned by now that you can't just blindly pin on people after what happened with Sawyer and you shove bamboo things up his fingernails? Come on.
다쳤어.
당신이 그런 거예요? 이 섬에서 우리를 탈출시키려고 노력하는데 왜 그런 사람?
마이클.
Jin, I swear, if I just said all that and you actually did do it, I swear, I'm gonna kick this table.
찬이라고 아나? 대지를 그에게 전달해주게 참 많아서 그래.
내 메시지를 전하러 왔습니다.
부탁합니다. 우리
Whoa, what the heck? This was on TV?
굉장히 섭섭해 하시는데요. 그 말만.
회장님께 앞으로는 섭섭한 일. 당신께 드리는 선물입니다.
Now he's starting to understand how much people fear this guy that he's working for.
What do you want? I'd like to talk to you about Shannon. It's very possible your sister and I are going to become more than just friends.
Saeed.
She'll make you feel like the greatest guy ever. When she gets what she wants, she'll move on. When she does, don't take it personally, man.
He hit him with that straight up real, that extreme character flaw she has.
What's going on?
Perhaps you should find another friend to help you with your shelter.
You've been talking to my brother, haven't you?
Calling a spade a spade.
Do you like Saeed? Because if you do, what's it got to do with your brother? Sure, you can yell at Boone till you're blue in the face, but all you're doing is giving him what he wants.
Yeah, what's that?
Your attention?
He's like, I need my secret assistant to be focused on the matter at hand, so leave him alone.
You're pretty scared, huh? You understand scared, don't you? Folks down the beach might have been doctors and accountants a month ago, but it's Lord of the Flies time now.
Is he gonna break out of these restraints and go hammer time?
우리 오랜만에 같이 저녁 식사하는 거니까
걱정 마. 오늘은 일 안 해.
정말 고마워요.
I was this close to saying, man, everything seems so good. How did it get to the point where it's at now? And the phone ringing.
네 문능력 때문에 여시럽을 손에 본 줄 알아? 잘 배워.
분만이 처리했더니.
There's some dangerous people on this plane, but they have good character. That's what I'm getting so far.
내일 바로 공장 문 열어.
And anyone with a brain could see that he went in there and did that to keep the guy from being killed.
이 정도면 알아들으겠죠.
여보. 여보.
Oh, that was that night?
밖에서 무슨 일 있었냐고.
일하고 왔어.
일하고 왔다고? 도대체 아빠 밑에서 무슨 일을 하는 거야? 날 좀 봐.
She's having a very fair reaction to all this right now.
아버님이 시키는 대로 할 뿐이.
Just that is traumatizing to him. He doesn't want to hurt anyone.
당신도 나를 못 믿겠어?
What'd he say?
What?
Easy, Doc. One fight at a time.
This is between them.
이미 불타고 있었어.
He's not gonna swing back.
끄려다가 내 손이.
Stop it! Leave him alone! Didn't burn your raft.
Then who did?
Then why did he run?
잘못하지 않았는데 왜 도망쳤냐?
Exactly.
He's not a liar.
You gonna lecture us about lying, Betty?
Why would he burn the raft? Why take it out on our best chance at getting off the island? Why would any one of us block an attempt to get home?
Right. Exactly.
Pointing the finger at one another that we're ignoring. The problem isn't here, it's there. They've attacked us, sabotaged us, abducted us, murdered us.
Right, exactly. That's what I said. Use your brains.
We're not the only people on this island. We all know it.
He did not do it.
Your wife knew the language of all the other people on the island that you're stranded on, and she didn't say anything.
You're gonna build another one?
Yeah, a better one.
Can I help?
No doubt you can help. Come on.
All right, every setback is just an opportunity to come back stronger.
뗏목에 대해서 왜 나한테 사실을 말해주지 않았죠? 대답하기 싫어요? 나한테 이러는 이유를 모르겠어. 내가 뭘 잘못했는데.
It's like a soap opera.
처음부터 다시 시작하고 싶어. 여보, 우리 새롭게 시작해요. 네?
She is fighting for her marriage hard.
죄송해요, 아버지. 아버지가 부끄러웠어요. 괜찮다.
괜찮아.
Ashamed of your pops? He'd have to do a lot to be for his son to be ashamed of him. Like
대화도 없어요. 아버님이 대한 진실을 그에게 직접 얘기하시고 진실을 알게 되면 나보다 아버님을 더 미워할 테니까요.
Because it's her father. She would confront him like, Dad, blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, you sitting here telling my daughter what we're doing? It is a bad spot to be in. It is.
이번 일을 마지막으로 네 장인한테 해주고 손 떼고 다신 하지 마. 그리고 미국으로 가.
Oh, man, she was going to leave. But why did the plane crash then?
그러게 난 너무 늦었어.
Dude, you had the whole recollection and flashback to the conversation your dad had with you about starting over and her saying that triggered it, and then you just completely dismiss it? To save your marriage?
What was that for?
Everyone gets a new life on this island. I'd like to start now.
She's like, let's go steady. Let's do this thing for real.
Got yourself an opponent?
Hurley owes me $83,000. I told him I'd give him a chance to win it back.
83,000? Is that what he said?
Not allowed to leave the cave after dark. You have a dad?
Everyone's got a dad.
Is he cool?
No.
I feel like we would have heard him mention something about his old man by now with the way he's been talking about things.
Why did you burn the raft, Walt? Don't worry, I'm not gonna tell. You must have had a really good reason.
I don't want to move anymore. I've been moving places my whole life. I like it here.
Well, you know what? Locke, Walt, and Boone, you can go off and form your own little We Love the Island club, all right? Can I help you build a new one? Yeah.
Boat.
Holy sh!
So,
oh my god, I want to do another episode so bad.
No. Nothing. I just say it.
He was kind of crazy for not letting her go out there in a swimsuit. I was thinking, man, like, you don't got batteries like that. You should be saving them. Damn, and that's how it ends? My God, the way that last scene was framed up, too. The way it showed Charlie and Claire chilling on the beach. Jen and Mike were building a boat to get out of here. Everyone wants to go. But some of them want to stay. Some of them are already building new lives and want to stay on the island. Walt, Locke. I threw my note back. My book back. Skip to the recap. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Lost season 1 episodes 16 and 17. This was like a soap opera. The more so the second half. First one was just a look into Sawyer's life, and it really gave us an opportunity to display the chance opportunities that people who are already on the island are going to have with people who they met on the island, or related to people, or know people, or are involved maybe with a job with other people that are on the island. I mean, James and Jack's dad, feels weird calling him James. And that makes me think the past episodes, like, who was in the taxi cab when Mike got hit and put into the coma? You telling me it couldn't have been one of these people? Or something that was related to one of these people on the island? Charlie got PTSD and kind of got over it before it could really get a grip on him. I think that's what it is. When you're in war and you're killing someone, and like Saeed gave the story, it could be someone that really deserves it. Doesn't mean it's going to affect you any less. And having someone to let them know you should just not be a loner, you know, it helps. And the fact that Claire is very reliant upon him, mainly because she has amnesia, not even because she's just pregnant. And she says she's having dreams and stuff, and he's popping in them a lot. So these are probably memories. I'm glad he's out of it, at least what it looks like on the surface. Maybe it might come back up later, but he looks like he's all right. In the Sawyer episode, I'm assuming that wasn't actually Sawyer that he killed, right? Like, I just want to make sure, because that was the first episode. I'm just trying to remember. I think it was just a guy that owed a debt to Higgs, and he was just having him to do his dirty work for him. And we know Kate killed someone. That's another takeaway from that first episode. Even though I kind of figured it, for her to come out and say it. And we know that guy probably died at Sawyer shot because they both had a drink. Who could have Kate killed that we got a hint at so far? Her husband? She said she was married. I'm not putting nothing past anyone. We got legit killers on the island and whoopers. We'll call them that. We know Jin has no problem beating someone's face to a bloody pulp. Well, doesn't have a problem, but he's capable of doing it. Saeed was in the Republican Guard. I think Jack was in the military. And Kate and James have both admitted to killing someone. And Locke, you know he's done some shit too. And those are just the people that we know about. So, and Charlie actually did kill someone on the island. Our group aren't a bunch of pushovers by any means. And what was up with Hurley on the TV? A little quick second, he was like getting in a car. It was, I don't know, it looked like there was Korean words on the TV. But I'm not going to let this pass without mentioning Walt, you slime ball. I like you here. He knew he would never be able to leave. Like, his dad would have never left without him, though. That's why. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it did bring him and Jen closer, and now they're gonna build a bigger boat with more people. But is Walt gonna burn this one too? And how did Locke know? He must have saw something. He's not dumb, right? What if he would have told Mike, like, your son burnt it? He wouldn't even have believed it in a million years. I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm very conflicted with the characters. Locke is clearly the key to all this. He has the answers. That's the best way to describe it. He's a guardian. I said that in previous episodes, but I think a better description for him would be someone who knows what's going on. And for whatever reason they crashed, John Locke was chosen for that reason. Everyone has a purpose here, and that's his. And it's funny because the episode is called In Translation. It's clearly referring to Jin, but I also think in the show sense, not just an episode sense, that also relates to Locke. If anything stood out to you in these episodes, or there was anything I might have missed, please tell me about it in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed watching my reaction. All I ask is that you leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can also vote on what I watch, see full length reactions, and get early YouTube edits on my Patreon through the link in the description. You guys are the best. We're family. You know this. That's it for me. Until next time, spread peace and love. I'm out.